mutongoria wa kiama kia Azimio mundu gwitwo Raila Amolo Odinga muheshimiwa ni akoretwo akiuga ati nwende guthie gutongoria AU na wendi wa mundu gutongoria ukoragwo umanite nawe mwene na ningi ni undu makoragwo maritie na family. Agikorwo riu riri itua ria family, ithuĩ ta andu Azimio gutigitumi gia tukorwo twina upingamizi wario, no kunyitana tukunyitana to make sure ati ithuĩ ta Azimio no twathie na mbere na kumake sure kana kuhakikisha ati mundu gwitwo Ruto ni eherera giti kia kuga ati no otongoragia bururi uyu tondu akoretwo mieri 16 ari giti-ini, gukoretwo ari ruo rutheri, gutiri mundu makiria aria mari akirima, gutiri mundu tarauga mbu waikitie kura no taikitie, na aria maikirie kura unda gutiri waikagiria unda kura aigue ruo ruria araigua muthenya wa umuthi wa muthia ni kuga ati gutigwo ni Raila aiko ni aguthie AU ti undu tungikiuga ati nduri na igutha hari ithuĩ, no ti undu wa kuga ati uria turenda gwika ni tugucoka na thutha. Agikorwo nete ni akwenda gutuika mutongoria wa Afrika, tunasema ni asanti pia na tumenye ati ni achangiire na njira nene muno uhoro wa bururi wa Kenya hari ukinyite nginya demokrasia ya gukorwo ati no tukorwo na tumeme tutu tuothe haha umuthi ni kaundu aguthiirwo kana akoretwo aheanite gwika uguo.
Ndarenda kuga ati ni kiambiriria gia kuingira mashinani guthie gwaka kiama na nigetha kiama gitu gituike strong tondu twina mwihoko ati come 2027 ni tugacoka ringi thiini wa wathani under the Jubilee Party.
Ici mundu rauga ati niwe kingpin wa Mount Kenya wa kumana huko wa Karejini, andu mamuheire kura kuri ndeta kingpin atugigira Mount Kenya no muone andu mamuheire kura woria kana no aheire kura Zakayo andu maruga nie ndiamuheire mundu ucio thaa icio ngeri kumwendia ground ndungihota no umwendia tabangi kana ngurwe ire tarendekana andu aitu Nairobi ni twokira na tutiracoka thutha.
And maybe at this time we should be looking at that sort of, but of course the position and the presentation of our leaders in the East African sub-region, and then if the region puts a candidate forward, I believe the rest of the continent will go along with that. That's what I am consulting about. That's what I am working at, and I hope and pray that God will help us. Africa needs to stand up and stand up firmly. There's so much at stake in Africa today that we need to get it right. Thank you.
Thank you, General. Ladies and gentlemen, I can only add that I have been consulting widely among friends. As the General said, he is one of my closest friends on the continent. And I intimated to him that if there should be interest, I will myself be keen to serve the continent of Africa. Mainly because as a Pan-Africanist, I believe strongly that Africa is playing in a league that it should not play. That Africa deserves better. Africa is we can say, the cradle of humanoid species. The first human who walked on this earth was an African. And Africa is also the cradle of human civilization. The Africans started using steel and steelwares before any other human beings elsewhere started doing so. Africa is the richest continent on the planet Earth in terms of minerals and general raw materials. It is a paradox that the richest in terms of resources is also the poorest. This is something that we need to reverse. And it can only be reversed if we as a continent marshal all our resources for the faster socio-economic growth of our continent. And African economies can complement each other. I have served the AU in the capacity as infrastructure high representative. That position gave me a good advantage to be able to learn about each and every African continent, country, what they have, the comparative advantages, and so on. And I believe that working together with all these countries, we can be able to emancipate Africa. There is right now brain drain out of our continent. It is also actually appalling to see young African people drowning in the Mediterranean in search of greener pastures out of the continent. This is something that can also be reversed.
Those are the ones that can get to the Mediterranean. Some perish on the Sahara.
Yeah. So before they get to the Mediterranean. But all the same, the fact is that they end up all dying. It's a tragedy that ought to be reversed. And because of all these considerations that I am inclined to accept the challenge, should the leadership of Africa want my services, I am ready and offer myself to be of service to this continent. And I've asked my friend to continue to be a good ambassador and talk to other people elsewhere. I don't want to say much more than that. And therefore today I want to make it public that I'm ready, yes, to go for the chairmanship of the African Union. Thank you.